guys, it is time for an update. I want to show you the progress that we've made on the game over the last several weeks, and really we've done nothing but work on this game, so we have quite a bit to show off. And in case you're new to the series, what we're building is a old school 2D platformer for the Xbox 360, and the game was really meant to be an homage to the old 8-bit era of gaming. So what we've done is the game's color palette is limited to 4 colors, like the original Game Boy, so it's that 4 shades of green. And then the resolution is actually the same resolution of the Game Boy, but blown up for the 360. So you're going to see, limited color palette and just big blocky graphics. So it's pretty fun, and that was what we were shooting for. And the game itself is going to kind of play like Mega Man. But as we define the game, it's kind of branching more and more away from Mega Man, but that was kind of the original intent. So, what I hold in my hands is the completed design document for the game. This has everything. This has characters, plot line, dialogue. It's all here. Every level is detailed as far as the setting for the level, what dialogue goes before that level, what the mission objectives are going to be. What enemies are going to be there, how they behave, what power-ups are going to be there, what enemies are going to be at the end, or what boss. It's all there, and this is huge because this way we're all on the same page. The artist, me as the programmer, and then Simon Norberg, FantomenK, is doing the game's sound and music, and he can use this as a guide as well. It's huge. And as well as having the game defined, we have the game named. So, Rad Raygun, that's the game's title, and it's actually named after the game's main character. So you play as Rad in the game, and in that first level you learn exactly how Rad came to be, and then what his objective is, and why he's trying to save the world, and it's all there in that first level. It's kind of cool. And anyways, as far as showing off progress today, I want to show that the game is up and running on the 360, so we're going to take a look at that next. And then I want to talk about some of the challenges faced in getting the game up and running on the Xbox. And then finally we're going to talk about a utility called Sprite Buddy. And the artist and I use this to get animation and graphics into the game. And basically it allows him complete creative freedom, so he can build all of his sprite sheets and build all of his animations completely outside of the engine, and then import those in directly. So it's completely hands-off for me at that point and gives him all the control. So it's been great for us, and I want to kind of show you guys how I do that. So let's go ahead and take a look at the game on the 360. Okay, let me try to get this in focus. And you can see, here I am, using the Xbox 360 controller to control Rad Raygun. And you can see, Mega Man is no more. He's been replaced with our new hero. There he is. And one of the challenges faced in getting the game up and running on the 360 is something called Title Safe Area. And all developers who develop for console, and even TV stations with TV programming, have to deal with this. And essentially, every TV is different in the amount of pixels it actually shows on screen. So you have to kind of account for a certain percentage of the screen not being visible. And up next I want to show off how I account for that in the level editor, and how we're planning on ensuring that none of our graphics get cut off on different TVs. So let's take a look. Okay, so here we are in the game's editor. And you can see there's a few new additions. We have now the ability to specify an image for the background, so we can have kind of that rough, sketchy look for the game, and allows the artist to have more detail rather than having to cut everything into tiles. That background image can be one large image that we can repeat, tile, all that kind of stuff, as well as the ability to specify starting blocks and checkpoints. But what I want to talk about is Title Safe Area, as I was saying, and it's basically that portion of the screen that may or may not be displayed based on the different TVs. So in preview mode, what I now have is this red area specifies what may or may not be visible, and
we can just kind of use this as a guide. Essentially, if you see it in red, there's a good chance you won't be able to actually see it on screen. So we're going to make sure that all of the life bars, all the heads-up display is going to be within these bounds. And then also, in terms of designing the levels, we want to make sure that nothing such as a wall or any key piece of the game is going to be behind the title safe area. And what you actually just saw pop up there is it said awardment. According to Microsoft, you can't call anything awarded in the game an achievement. So I guess the community accepted term is awardment. So the game will have these awardments. So as playing through the game, if you play for a certain amount of time or kill a certain amount of enemies or find something in the game, you'll see this kind of thing pop up and see that awardment unlocked. So it's close as we can get to achievements, and I think it'll add something, a little bit of replay value to the game. So even if you complete the game, hopefully you'll go back and try to get all the awardments as well. So up next, I want to take a look at Sprite Buddy and all of the awesome features it offers. So stay tuned. Okay, so here we are in Sprite Buddy, and the first thing you do is import your sprite sheet. So you can see all of our possible frames of animation for rad, and we begin by creating all of our possible animations. So here we have idle, run, jump, shoot, ladder, etc. And basically all these animation names are hooks into the engine. So the engine is looking for specific animation names, but it doesn't have to know the specific implementation of that animation. It doesn't have to know what frames to pull, how long to animate it, any of that. It's all specified in the XML file that gets exported from Sprite Buddy. So, and what this does is it's the abstracted layer between the engine and the artist. So it gives him complete creative freedom. He can come in here and select each frame, such as this, and then give each frame an X and Y offset if he's kind of fine-tuning a specific frame of animation, or he can also specify the duration between each frame. For example, here is the run animation, and we have a uniform animation in that it's 150 milliseconds between each frame, and also they all are kind of given the same placement. But here with the death animation, if we play that, we can see we're only using 4 frames of animation, but we're really giving it a dramatic effect in that he drops to his knees and then he quickly falls onto his face. And this kind of fine-tuning of the animation would take forever if trying to hard code that in the engine. So it's been a huge benefit, and I really like that the artist can do everything he needs to really give this game life. And this transcends our main character, our enemies, our bosses. They're all going to be powered by Sprite Buddy. So I highly recommend this for you guys if you're doing any kind of 2D development. I'll include a link below so you can download Sprite Buddy. It's for free. You just need to kind of give them a shout out that you use their tool. And that's about all for today. I have lots of other stuff in the works to show off, but I want to save that for next time. In the meantime, check me out on Twitter. I created an account at TrueFun202. Created this a few weeks ago, and I try to update it at least once or twice a day and give you guys an update as to what I'm working on, what I'm frustrated with, any kind of ideas I have. It's all on there. For example, if you were following a few weeks ago, you'd already know that I had the game up and running on the 360. So hop on, follow me, and until next time, see you guys later.